Fucking
Well,
suing you for libel.
as long as it wasn't anyone too terribly important, we should be okay.
I mean, it depends on whether or not they fish that woman who seemed to be upper level management out of the bay.
Do you
Flips
happen
another
to
page.
do you happen to have a physical description of this woman?
Jacob.
In ants. No. I've got it. I've got this. In response, Liberty just sets the book down, reaches up like she's adjusting the scarf over her head, whispers something, and seems to shrink a bit as she just takes on the form.
Oh,
Castus spells out to look like.
Oh no. Okay. That's not good. You left her in the river, you said?
Someone did. In a cage.
So that is Locke Arabella Maddaloni. She oh, okay. He begins to pace nervously back and forth through the room.
Oren, who is this woman?
Madame Maddaloni is or was one of the lead locks on the dock. She works a decent amount of the movements of shipments that come in from the ocean, and actually has a decent amount of power. If you eliminated her, and you said that they knew you were there, you didn't just go in
They
and assassinate her,
invited us.
did you? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, your house is a horrible place to be in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I might actually suggest that we go there now, pick up anything that you have that you're going to need, and run very far away. For your sake.
I don't recall storing anything at your place.
Not for you, no.
The good news is, however, Rin, it's about this time that you have made it back into the building with Rain in tow.
Rain goes first.
All right. Slipping back into the room, you guys hear noise on the first floor.
Sounds like someone. Sorry. In a whisper, Liberty says, "It sounds like someone is home."
Zephyr is going to stand by the pull down staircase and very quietly unsheath his blade.
And we wait in silence.
The movement continues from the first floor.
Darian is holding his quarterstaff ready.
All right. The pull down staircase drops a few feet before you hear movement as someone begins to climb. And Zephyr, thankfully, not too terribly impetuous. Rain, oh gods. And drops back to his own haunches, breathing heavily. Rain looks around and sees everyone and says, "Hello, everyone. How are we doing tonight?" Before Rin steps up from behind her.
Honey,
Okay.
I'm home.
Darian embraces Rain. I'm so glad you are safe.
I am too. Is everything okay?
Not really. Our new friend informs us that we may have just killed someone very important to some very powerful, very violent people. And she makes eye contact with Rin.
Can I help you, Liberty?
That I am not so sure of, considering leaving that woman in the cage in the river
Good talk.
may
Let's
have
stop talking.
just
It's a very good pleasure to be able to meet you for real this time, Mr. Rin, says Orin.
I like you.
I don't know
Well,
why.
thank
I
you.
just automatically.
I've been told I have a very likable personality by some people.
No, it's
everyone.
not that. You have a vibe.
That is honestly the first time I've been told that. Oh, well, after that scare, as I was saying, I do have some good news to help let this bad news all kind of wash away. Your house might be forfeit, but if I am able to get what I need, it's very possible I can make it so that we are able to be on the run in a bit more comfort.
All right. What do you need?
Are you
I
gonna give us
do
fucking
warn
flying
you.
shit?
I do warn you, it might piss off the Venzoli a little more. But I do have what I believe to be a working prototype of a smaller version of a flying ship in the massive docking building that they've been building. All I'm missing is a crystal. The one that we had in storage is gone. Apparently, someone stole it.
Oops.
But I am aware of two others. One is en route from the salt plains where the dig is happening there. It left a couple days ago from what I've heard and should be here in a couple more days. And the other one is still being excavated. It's still in the it's still in the ruins themselves. But either of those would potentially make it so that that ship would work and we'd be able to escape with no one the wiser. Potentially.
I see. So exactly how far are you suggesting we run?
I mean, I still have family in the eastern coast of Gwendal.
I still have family in the family.
It's possible I could find a way for us to hide out there. It all depends on where you all are willing to go. Once we take to the skies, really, I mean,
I swear to God, if you say
colloquialism,
the sky's the limit. God damn it.
Does that mean we get rid of that extra HP from earlier?
It does. That is my fault. Also, that is definitely the title of this episode. Sky's the limit.
I hate you.
Great. But not enough to leave, so we'll
I know
take
you
it.
mean love.
The first
you go.
crystal you said is en route to the
Oh.
storage facility.
Yeah. So between the two crystals, there is one on the road. I'm not positive where it is exactly, but I mean, it's the desert. There are only a few roads. I'm sure we can find it. The other one, however, I do know where it is. It is in the dig site of the ruins in the Salt Plains. If you were able to get me out there, I might be able to even make it so that they allow you to get it yourselves so that we can get it out of there without anyone else knowing.
Or we could just ask Najin.
I don't know if Najin is willing to give up such a prize so quickly.
She might in exchange for the prototype and the
You-
knowledge of what
We
the
are
other
not
two
giving
are.
her the prototype, and she can be persuaded. They have no use for it. I am a member, and I have good standing.
Fair enough.
There is more benefit than cost to this particular venture.
I'm terribly confused.
Good.
Okay.
Well, Rin's gone. Everyone. Oh yeah, no, we just work. We just freelance for the guild. We're definitely not members. Rin comes back. I'm a member in good standing. Wait, what?
Darian's going to walk over and stand not directly in front of Rin, but like off to the side so that he can talk a bit closer to his ear in a more hushed tone.
Close.
Do you think you would be able to convince her to let us take it?
I just said that.
I think maybe we should split ways and meet up. Why don't you could head there and talk to her? If we are leaving the country, then I am going to need to pick up a few things from my home.
Question: where did Rin pick Rain up from?
Rin actually caught Rain on her way out of the bookshop.
Damn it!
Wow, she was working late because
He
like
was working
we were.
very late.
Could they have made
Jeez.
could they have made a pit stop at the house?
No, the house is like an hour in the opposite direction.
Damn it! All right, well, there goes that idea.
You also
Sorry.
wouldn't have known what things to grab,
Oh, Rin would have found a way.
I'm sure.
What do you need from the house?
Are you asking me out of character?
Out of character, the DM. Yeah.
The 2 skeletons, a handful of books, some research.
You have 2 skeletons in your bag.
I do, but I
Are
have
you
4 in
referring to
total.
the other 2?
The other
Okay.
2.
2 that are still pickling.
So they should be done by now.
Pickle your skeletons at 475 degrees.
Turn them over 2 hours into it.
Make sure you put a hand rub in.
Let's settle.
Gently
Stress-
season it.
Keep
3
it
hours
a
into 3 hours in.
cool dark room.
Leave in a cool dark
And I
room.
miss pickles.
Let's simmer for 3 hours, then stir clockwise 3 times, counterclockwise once, alternatingly.
And shake vigorously.
Shake the Skelly boy,
And back into the game.
that you might wake it up.
So what's the plan?
I don't know. They're the ones that are planning to leave.
We are resting for correction. You are resting for tonight. Then we will go on a field trip tomorrow. We shall hit your house, and then I shall speak with Keeper Najim.
Sounds like a plan.
I know, I just said it.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so you guys are bedding down for the night?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are we keeping watch, or are we feeling
Yes.
safe?
No, we're
I
gonna
will
keep
keep
watch. Danger.
All right, so as the rest of you sleep, Liberty, go ahead and make a perception check.
Key.
Najila keeps you company.
Aw, do I get advantage for Najila helping?
No.
Sorry, was that yes or no? My audio.
No.
cut.
I was going no.
A resounding no.
15.
15. All right. Sitting up in this dank, dark attic, you watch as the rest of the party falls asleep, including Orin. Hours pass. Several hours later, the sun begins to rise, and you can see it through the cracks in the old, dilapidated walls. We've all completed a short rest, long rest.
Yay,
God.
I get the spell slots back.
What will I do?
So, what's the
Oh.
plan?
Bit of retcon. Because Darian has a nightly task that he has to fulfill now.
Okay.
Darian is going to use his last 3rd level spell slot to maintain control of the zombies or skeletons.
Ah, yes. Good. Good.
So at some point, as we're bedding down, Darian just randomly sticks his head into his bag of holding.
Just shouts, "Stay!"
Stay. Not quite, but
Right.
he looks like he's looking for something for a minute or two, and then puts
Well,
the
just
bag
because
off
they're
the
on
corner.
another demi plane, I don't know if you have to like duck your head in to actually be able to recast it on them.
He would, but that's fine. He's able to.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you maintain your control over the skeletons. Thank you for keeping track of that because I will never be able to.
As long as I can
and
tell
the
what
next
day it
morning
is.
comes. You guys have the morning. What would you like to do?
Rin probably wakes up before everyone else, and so as everyone else wakes up, he's playing chess by himself.
Liberty has not, or is just sitting there meditating. So when he does that, she's watching out of the corner of her eye.
The way he's doing it makes it look like he's done this quite a bit before.
Does he shapeshift at all between seats?
Probably not.
He just
Is
takes
this
his
the
teeth
old
out.
guy playing chess as a
Yeah,
short
no.
Are you-
No, it's not the short from Monsters Inc.
That's from
Are
Bugs
you
Life.
wait? Is he
Or
actually
Bugs
getting
Life,
up, or is he
yeah.
just rotating the board?
No, he's not even rotating the board. He could like he looks like he's done this a lot before. So he's literally just
Okay.
reaching across the board and moving pieces.
Okay. How far from Rin is Liberty?
Liberty is just sitting in a corner, probably
Not
maybe
that
near a window. I don't know how much room there is in the attic.
There's not a ton, so you got like maybe 8 feet.
She got
Between two.
as far away from the group as she could, but it's a small attic, so
She
like
is she is abstaining from being associated from this group.
tastefully disassociating from the group.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Darian wakes up and gets his bearings about him a little bit before he gets up and sits across from Rin and looks at Liberty and gestures her over with a nod.
Rin continues to ignore them and plays chess.
Liberty closes her book with a soft sigh and walks over. Yes, Darian, is there something you need?
Darian leans a little to the side to double check on the other three in the room, and then speaks a bit quietly. We have our tasks set about us today. I don't know if it would be better if we split up to do them, or if we do one and then the other.
What exactly are the tasks you have set out for today?
We will need to pick up a few things from the household. We will also need to pay a visit to Keeper Najin, see if she will allow us to take the crystal with us.
So you are planning to
Otherwise-
leave Corizo?
I don't know what much choice we have.
It is fair you do not have a whole lot of options. Are you planning on leaving Corizo as well, Rin? With them?
My living situation has always been flexible. I have no particular ties to this place.
Right. Is there anything I can do to help you get set up for this journey, either of you?
Rin reaches behind him and pulls from like behind it. Let's say there's like some rugs up here. He pulls an old sea bag. I'm ready to go.
Darian, anything I can do for you?
I don't know. What are you planning on coming with us, or do you think you will stay
I
here
have
and
res-
watch them?
I have responsibilities here, people that I look out for, and it is not too hard for me to change my face. I can be someone else if I need to be.
Darian sits
But I
quietly
can-
and reflects.
I can understand if you and they, and she gestures to the sleeping forms on the floor, would be safer out of here.
This city is my home, but they are my everything.
They probably have a better chance outside of Corizo anyway. I've heard there are other lands where Tiefling and Tabaxi are not treated the same as here. I wish you luck, my friend. May Amada guide your steps. Offer her protection to you and yours.
Thank you. What about you, Rin? You are just as capable of changing face and name. Do you plan on leaving the city?
Actually, I was thinking about opening a bookstore, and no, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna be you!
I'm going to be you for a while.
I'm going to take over your identity. Yes, I've come up with a new steez. It is called identity theft.
Oh. Tell me, Darian, do you have any credit cards?
What is your credit score, out of curiosity?
No reason at all.
Purely for character research. Working on a new role.
What did he send?
Identity theft isn't a joke, Rin.
Oh,
Millions of families suffer every year.
Millions of families suffer every year. It's not a joke.
Here we go.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, what other options do I truly have?
You destroy the Venzoli. I'd say that's a pretty reasonable option. It's quite simple. You do not have to leave. You can just circle the city in your hot air balloon or whatever the hell it is.
Maybe.
I don't understand why we're making such a big deal about having to leave when literally you can just come out in the desert, sail in when you need to for supplies, and use it as a mobile operations base.
That does sound much better.
Yeah, no shit. How have you not figured this out? You're supposed to be the smart one.
He may be
Because as a
emotionally
player, I'm
compromised at the moment.
mentally not equivalent.
So we chalk this up to Darian has is still going
Overcomplicated
through
problem.
some. Well, he's also going through some stages of grief as his family home is now compromised, and he may not be able to go back and get the pictures of his mom or his favorite book
Bah.
or any of that.
I burned those ages ago. I'm
Cause
surprised you haven't
families?
noticed yet.
My mother, not the book.
I'm just picturing Rin being that guy that just slowly starts replacing family photos with like pictures of either himself or just like really random or amusing
No, what he
pictures.
does, he takes the family photos and cuts the significant person that the homeowner is with out of it and replaces it with a picture of himself.
Yes, he does the early version of photoshopping himself into everyone's
Yep.
family portraits. Generally, anything. It's the only thing you can't replace. Right. So, Rin, are you alone bartering with Najin for the crystal they have, or was this supposed to be group effort? I'm just trying to understand what the plan is here.
I could not care less.
Understandable.
I will not ask you, Liberty, to accompany me, but if you would stay here with them, I would be most grateful.
I can stay for a few more hours. Please move quickly. Don't get caught. And return soon. I have errands I should run as well.
Of course. We hopefully won't be long. And we will meet back here when we are done.
Fair enough. Rin, I don't suppose you have coffee in this place.
Why would I have coffee in my own safe house?
As I suspected. Right. Well, then, if you'll excuse me, I'll go back to keeping vigil. And if you find you have some greater need of me, let me know. And she's going to go back to her corner and open up her book and read. Since there's no coffee and there's probably no chai. At least not one that's up to her sensibilities.
Darian starts to pick up his belongings. And he's going to go over to Zephyr and nudge him a bit, wake him up.
But he's gonna look over, very sleepy eyes. Oh, are we getting out already?
No,
Not quite. I
you are not up. You are dreaming. This is
You're
your
right.
Persuasion check.
This is your. Hold on. I'll get to that. I have to finish laying groundwork. This is your subconscious. I am not happy with how many lives you have been taking.
You sound like Liberty.
It is because this is a
Liberty?
dream. Also, I rolled an 18.
Liberty is sitting in the corner, biting down on her tongue, possibly drawing blood to keep a straight face as she hides
It's
behind her
just-
book.
Kaz starts nodding along. Okay. Okay.
Zephyr, ignore him.
Ignore your father. You always have.
Left the dream. Shouldn't I be trying new things?
Yes. You should try flying. The ledge is right there.
I think I have a better idea.
What do you have?
Zephyr rolls to punch you in the face. And he rolled a natural 20.
He wanted to punch his subconscious in the face.
So you take a total of 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And he draws his hand back and kind of shakes it back and forth. Nope, I'm awake. I am so sorry. That
Rin sits up and he's wearing Zephyr's face.
Oh my god.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that. You were saying something, Father.
I'm surprised he didn't choose to look like Liberty. But...
Rin's
I-
chuckling to himself.
Rin is going to go talk to Keeper Najin, ask her a favor. You and I are going to go home and collect some belongings. We are not going to be going back there for a while. And there are things we need.
Sounds like a plan. Where is Rain going to be sleeping?
Rain will stay here for now. Liberty will watch over her and Orin.
How long are we talking?
I do not know.
Right. Well, Zephyr gets up, shoulders his sword. Right, I'm ready to go.
Alright, I'm going to be honest with you. This is going to be a bit of a dangerous trip. Since the events of last night, Vinzoli might be watching the house. We will need to be quick and be ready for a fight if one should show up.
Right, is everyone coming or is it just you and me?
Just you and I.
Challenge, I like it. Let's go.
Alright? Rin, we will see you back here later.
Will you?
Darian,
Jared's going to cover his head with a large scarf and head out the front door.
he and Darian will make their way across town.
All right. As you guys head out, Rin, what are you doing?
Well, first he's finishing his game of chess.
Fair enough. Takes you about another 10 minutes before you checkmate yourself. Well, actually, more specifically, you stalemate because
After that, Rin is going to stretch, crack his back, and then head to the dark market.
All right. You make your way through the streets. Who are you looking like at the moment?
It was my subconscious instantly said liberty, but no.
That would honestly, that might draw more attention since Liberty looked like Liberty when she went to Fantasy Applebee's to listen
I know.
to
I know.
Dwarf. I have to mention that we listened to Dwarf Frank Sinatra at Fantasy Applebee's.
Rin looks like an ancient, decrepit Khajiit monk.
Okay. Good to know.
Are you saying Tabaxi monk?
Please, Tabaxi. At some point,
I
please,
knew what
God,
you meant.
give me someone to talk to.
Can I just no?
Right,
Khajiit is the name
go
of
ahead
a
and roll
very
stealth check first off.
Khajiit is the name of a very particular Tabaxi monk.
Nice
The monk
save.
way of the coin. The way of the wares.
17.
All right, you make your way through the city streets for the most part, unhindered. I had a stroke there for a second.
Most of us do,
Making
don't
your
worry
way
about it.
through, you're able to make it to one of the areas where you know a black market entrance is. Entering in, you see a what is a tailor? A wood elven gentleman stands behind the counter and looks over at you and says, bonjour, monsieur. Is there something I can help you with?
Well, hello there. I'm
Greetings.
looking for. And he looks down at his palm for a second, which is empty. Armor!
Monsieur,
Armor!
the blacksmith.
Armor! Hello, armor!
Yes, monsieur. The blacksmith is down the road a few miles. Actually,
You
are
have
in the
armor?
wrong. I do not have armor, monsieur. I apologize.
Oh!
I have social armor.
That's a great comeback.
You should
Sounds
get
like
that looked
communism.
at by a doctor.
Would you like me to show you the way, grandfather?
Who?
Never mind. Should you see anything you like, please let me know.
You're a nice young man. Where's
Just
the
kind of-
blacksmith?
The blacksmith, monsieur, is several blocks down. He gestures out towards the road. If you follow the road, we are out. You will take about 3 miles, and then it will be on your left, a few streets down.
Ah, yes, I understood all of that.
Good.
Rin turns and starts walking away, and without turning around, you just hear, "Where's the blacksmith?"
Good old Mark player.
Yes, and yes, that is fully in character.
And Kevin. You don't see him because he's behind you, but you definitely can feel the eyebrow raise and the perplexed look. All right, so you head back out to the street.
This time I'm heading towards the blacksmith.
Oh, okay. You're actually heading towards the blacksmith.
Yes.
Okay. It takes a few more minutes to travel down the road. It is a decent ways away, as this is not that part of town. Making your way through the city streets, you find the blacksmith that I was referring to. A human gentleman works over a hot forge as he pumps the bellows.
Rin takes a form approaching his own.
The gentleman himself.
No. He takes a form close to his usual tiefling appearance, because he knows that he'll need to get sized and whatnot.
Okay. He'll look over at you and say, "Something I can do for you."
I need armor.
All right. You're a tiefling at the moment?
Oui.
All right. Do you have the paperwork?
Rin flashes his tower token. I do not need paperwork.
Roll a persuasion check.
Does a 16 work?
It shall suffice. Sorry, I'm reading something. Give me a second.
Sure. Take your time. I need to pull up my currency page anyway.
Flashing the badge, you see a brief glint of recognition. Oh, I see. Come inside. And
Hey,
he
I have a
will,
question, just because apparently D&D Beyond deleted stuff. I had platinum and I had electrum, but I don't remember how much.
You had 25 electrum, I do believe. Platinum, I believe.
12 to 15. I actually have that written down.
Gotcha. All right, thank you. For whatever reason, D&D Beyond reset my currency. All right, good to go.
All right. Brushing off his hands on his apron and setting down his hammer on the anvil, he brings you back to the actual building itself. Opening a door and stepping inside, you see a myriad of basic armor and weapons. What are you looking for in particular?
Either some +1 leather armor, studded armor, that sort of thing, and or a ring that gives me advantages in some manner against poison.
Some sort of poison. All right.
Whether it be poison resistance or advantage against for Constitution saving throws, something of that ilk.
Well, let me pull up a chart. Rules, magic items. Go ahead and roll an investigation check while I'm looking.
I can do that. 4 is 16.
All right, 16.
Yep.
At the blacksmith, you find rare. So, a set of +1 armor. He has 2 different kinds. He has a chain shirt and he has studded leather. The chain shirt is running at a solid 2,000 gold pieces. The studded leather is a bit cheaper at 1,500.
And how much is that in? How much gold do a platinum?
10.
Damn it! To rob this guy.
Yes, robbing someone who is apparently affiliated with Heaven's Tower after having shown him your badge. Brilliant.
Well, he doesn't know my face.
Action will have
The badges aren't unique to the holder.
True.
I didn't say I'd be doing it now. Rin is looking at the studded leather one.
All right.
How much is this at the guild rate?
Unfortunately, that is a guild rate. I apologize. It is a very expensive item to procure without having to sign proper documents.
I see. And the other items I requested.
Rings I have none. You would have to actually look in either the market itself You would have to go to the college district of the city and purchase it there with Electrum.
I see. I'm looking at my inventory trying to see if I have things to barter.
Fair enough. Big time.
Unfortunately, I don't think I have a lot. Rin's pretty Spartan. Because I don't think this guy, well, Rin's not parting with his rapier, and I don't think this guy has much of an interest in a filter of love.
You could always try.
Additionally, oh, wait, hold on.
Actually,
Oh no!
all you have to do.
No! I know
But who
we
can put a
have
price
another
on
pet
love?
shop owner.
Who can put a price on love?
Oh,
Yes, kill him. Kill him with
You
love.
did this to yourself when you gave it to me.
Kill him with love.
Okay.
Luke.
How many? Hey, if I were to look on a food label and see how many, how much a serving size is, how many doses of is a filter? How many serving sizes is a filter of love?
so let me double check. So a serving size for this is the full bottle.
Damn it!
It's not a big one. Honestly, you're probably looking at like 3 tablespoons of liquid.
I see.
A little less than that, even.
This might be turning into a long con. I need that armor. Think. Is it worth it? Because I could use it to do an easy assassination on someone later. Jacob, flip a coin for me.
I got you. All right. Heads.
Heads?
That is indeed what I said.
Damn, I guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way.
Hell yeah. The vial of mild attraction.
What am I gonna do with you? I'm trying to think, because now he knows I'm interested in it. Oh, here we go. Rin looks at a couple of different, a couple of other armors as well.
Okay.
Um,
Make a performance or deception check.
skills, deception. Does he fall for a 16? 16 is the hot number tonight, it seems.
Good to know. We'll have to find out. So you spend about 15, 20 minutes looking about at other armor options.
Is there a plate mail version, like a +1 plate mail?
Yeah, no, there's a set. There are in fact 2 sets of +1 plate mail.
Okay, Rin points at one of them and says, "I would like this held for me until tomorrow."
If I can do something of that sort. He looks it over and walks over there and puts a tag on it.
I shall see you tomorrow morning then.
Will do. Safe travels.
Safe travels. Rin leaves.
All right. Where's Rin going now?
He's going to the university. He really needs those rings as well.
Okay, that's gonna take you like an hour.
Yeah, that's fine. You can skip to someone else.
In the meantime,
I'm busy plotting an armory heist.
God's above. This is a horrible plan.
Heist.
You did this. You
heist,
did this.
heist,
You
heist,
did this
heist,
to me. You made it expensive.
It's a rare item. The value in gold pieces for rare items goes from 501 gold pieces to 5,000.
Yep, and now it's getting stolen.
Yeah. Magic items.
All right.
As the wizard, I
Still
assure you, they are
technically on the lower end.
expensive. They are expensive.
Just saying, still on the lower end. Anyways, Darian, I would like you and Zephyr to make stealth checks as you make your way through the city. Go ahead and make it with advantage as you have taken precautions to make sure that you're not walking openly.
Yeah, natural 20.
Hey, there we go. Zephyr rolled pretty well too. You guys make your way through the city. You've lived in the city most of your life. You know good alleyways and back roads, easy ways to avoid attention if need be. Then you make your way all the way to to the far western part of the city and make your way out of the farthest wall towards home. On the road, is there anything you wanted to do before you made it home?
Is the bookstore somewhat along the way?
It's a small detour, but all in all, it'd probably be about 20 minutes.
I would say there's probably a small handful of specific books that Darian would pull from there.
All right.
Just a quick stop.
I'll say you make it to the shop. It's dark and closed. It appears that Rain probably got distracted reading late into the night and then did a hurry cleanup before leaving herself.
As she does.
But you grab a handful of books. You have a bag of holding, so it's not even a problem. You get a few, most likely later on plot relevant books.
Yeah. Darian.
Schrodinger's bag of holding.
Okay. Darian takes a last longing look around the store. I will miss this place for a while. And
I wish I had named it before I left.
shut up. It's the Ramtuk Riri, all right?
Ramtuk Readery.
No,
That's not a mouthful.
no. Just read Ram. I don't know. That it sounds like
Go-
crap. Don't do
Go in
that
the
one.
notes.
No.
Go in the notes.
No. No.
Readery.
Darian didn't name it. What if someone else in the family did? It is not his fault. Don't look at him like that.
It sounded
Okay,
better in.
Hope so.
It sounded better in the original.
What is wrong?
classical
Okay,
Ocarin.
hold on. What is wrong with the silver pen?
I don't know. I don't remember that one being said.
No, I'm
don't
proposing it as an option because you're literally killing me with this.
Fine, the silver pen. I don't care. Sure.
I'm taking psychic damage.
I mean, hearing the name that I came up with is giving me psychic damage. Jacob's enjoying it, so that's how that works.
Please take anything else.
Ugh. Darian.
It only took 15 sessions to get your shop named.
That's
The
not
little
technically
shop- the
true.
little-
There had been suggestions before.
A little shop of horrors.
We'll shop on words.
He sells a
And-
lot of horror novels there. That's why it's funny.
Darian kind of snaps back to his surroundings and looks at Xavier. It's like, all right, I think that's everything. Let's go to the house. And he
All right.
shuts the door and locks the shop up.
All right. As you make your way away from the bookstore, you are very lucky to have rolled in that 20 as you see a group of 5 dwarven individuals, all in a now familiar style of dress, rush past the two of you towards the bookstore.
Darian takes very keen
Oh boy.
intent to avoid eye contact and not face any of them. Just kind of like, oh, hey, look at you, Wall.
Wow, look at this wall. This wall is amazing.
Oh, look,
Thankfully,
another
with the nat
wall.
20, they don't notice.
Another wall. Look at that.
Wow, look at this wonder wall.
They're all over the place. And now here's Wonderwall.
And that's another 10 points. And another 10 points.
Screw you,
No,
that's funny.
it counts as
Screw
one
you,
joke.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
Oh,
That's funny.
fair. But then Kelsey repeated it.
Still
Yeah,
a
so
good
just
joke.
the 10. Just the 10. Not 20,
Just
just
the
the 10.
All right, you get back on the road and continue heading towards home. Correct?
Yes.
All right. Making your way home. Is there anything else you want to do on the way?
I don't think there's anything I need in the Magic District and if I did, I could come back later to it probably. Not that I can think of, no.
Right. As you guys walk the road and begin to climb the hills upon which Darian's childhood home lies, Zephyr pipes up. So how bad is it?
We well, that woman that Rin drowned was apparently of someone of decent importance. Not doesn't sound like she was too high up, but I mean, it is a mafia. They don't have very many middlemen.
So, are we leaving for like a week?
I'm thinking maybe a month, maybe a few.
Oof, that's really bad.
Yeah.
Dang, I have my girlfriend here.
You're sure we can't just take them out of the picture?
That's what Rin. That's what Rin said.
It's almost
Get
like
out
they're
here, you're
similar. Long term, that would be the ideal solution, but that requires planning and groundwork. We can't stay here in the meantime.
I suppose. Just it feels like losing.
It does. There is someday you two will know the bitterness of resignation. It's not the same as trying and failing. It is being forced to admit failure regardless of how hard you try.
Sounds like bullshit to me.
Oh, I love this kid.
Anyways,
I don't know. I trust that we will be back someday. But that is why I've always been tried to be very careful with this line of work. Certain recent events have made that more difficult, and that has put both you and your sister in danger. And I apologize for that. But
you did what you thought was right. That is. Collateral damage always happens when you try to move anything. Just look at the garden.
I'm glad I raised you right.
Oh, I didn't say I agreed with you. I was merely making a point for you. Come on. The house isn't that far off. And he begins to pick up the pace.
We will need to coordinate which things we grab. I'm going to need to grab things from my study, a few other things from the cellar. If we have the time, I know Liberty would greatly appreciate if we could grab tea and coffee.
Alright, I can grab tea and coffee. Is there anything else you need me to grab?
Just things from your room and your sister's room. I know she is somewhat sentimental. And
Grab the essentials.
that too, yes. Be sure to
I'm
grab
pretty sure the book
clothes.
that she is reading is the one on top of the massive pile in her room.
Most likely. But if not,
Grab the top
she's-
3 just in case.
Yes. She's never really been too upset about rereading books either.
As you guys begin turning a corner and can see the house, you see a large group in front of it. And that is where we are going to take our bathroom break.
Oh, that scared me. Oh, that scared me
I
so
gotta
bad.
Ooh.
That's not the same
Oof.
thing. I'm fine with that.
And we're ending right there.
See you in a
2
couple of
weeks,
weeks,
Kelso.
suckers.
2 weeks as you wait to see if your house is still standing.
Well, I would assume that if I could see Vinzoli, I could see at least the second floor.
which is now the first floor.
Stop that.
Now the first floor.
It hurts
All
because
right,
I'm
I'll see you guys
currently
in a bit.
looking at the floor plan for the house.
Be right back.
Now I can eat my pasta, and that makes me happy, although it's probably a little cold now.
Going and visiting him and getting
Buying
Mexican
him
food
some
together.
studded armor.
So that.
Oh, trust me, that's now that's no longer a concern.
I will also say, actually, on that point, Darian, if you are cutting and burning, if you get what you can of savings in the house, you can probably gather at least 4,000 gold pieces.
Holy shit!
The man owns property. He's old money.
Well, the man owns property and a business.
That
This is funds that like you don't spend because they are they're for like taxes and making sure the business is up and running and everything like that. But if you're cutting and burning, it's liquid
emergency
money you have.
savings.
Your liquid assets are liquid and assety as fuck.
This is the most liquid of assets.
Okay, so because I'm writing it down, Jacob, how much money was it?
You'll probably be able to gather about 4,000 in liquid funds if you have the time and ability to get into the house and grab what you can.
Okay, 4,000 gold potentially. Minimize that.